So today we're going to look at the afro-asiatic language comparison of words and see if we can see any similarities with Bantu languages. Of course, the words that I've chosen are words that are going to be similar to Bantu, and of course, there's going to be hundreds, maybe thousands of words that have no similarities. But you will see how dissimilar these languages are to each other and how similar they are in other respects. Mud, stone, or brick, or clay, or muck. Laka, daga, sin, daga. Teeth, hakora, ilko, asnan, ino. Eyes, ido, indo, ainu, iso. Stone, dutse, daga, sakra, daga, or dwala. Wings, fifike, bal, ajnihan, ba. And ba in ancient Egyptian also means a bird or a flying creature. Come, zo, kale, talala, za. This or that. Wanan, kana, hada, lena. Name, suna, maga, asm, gama, or Gina. Father, uba, abe, ab, baba. Will, za, ribatan, saf, zo. To spit, tofa, tufo, tafa, tufa. To cry, kuka, kailin, bakia, kala. To go, dafi, dag, dahaba, hamba. To stand, tsaya, stag, kama, kuma. Gaya, dehe. Takalama, kuluma. To eat, ki, kun, akala, kuria. To speak, magana, hadal, takalama, kuluma. Time, lakashi, wakti, wakt, kati. Now, let's be honest, if we didn't know that the Bantu version of the language is not supposed to be connected to the Afro-Asiatic language, we would think that these languages were all in the same language group. Now, the Bantu group would be way distant. That's why there's so many words that don't match up. And that's why there's words in Arabic that are far away. And of course, you should consider that there's about 10 million uh, Bantu people or people who started as Bantu in Yemen, I think. And then there's another 10 million in Saudi Arabia. So it's possible that the Bantu languages also affected the Arabic languages. But you must also consider the fact that East Africans of the Omotic branch dress like Southern Africans with the red hair and the neck brace thing for weddings, circumcision. So Africa does not seem like a separate area, separate place, and their words are too similar. I mean, I want you guys to tell me how many of these words seem completely unrelated and tell me why you think that is. Because I can't see a reason why there would be. Now, obviously, there's words that I could not enter in here because they have nothing to do with each other or they were invented like 100 years ago. And of course, words that were recently invented should not have a connection from back then. Egypt is just too mysterious for us to understand just yet. And to put our hands very close to our elbows is a foolish thing. Do not assume that they cannot do something or that they did not reach certain people. The ancient Egyptians ventured far and wide, and we know this. So why wouldn't they do it deep into Africa? Not to mention that the ancient Egyptians have the DNA, at least one of them has been tracked with the DNA of West African, Central African DNA that is found mainly there and less in East Africa. Also, parts of Africa were mentioned in Ptolemy's books, which I'm going to read next time, not now, and parts of east of the rest of Africa that's not part of East Africa, like Central Africa, was mentioned by the guys who went to fetch pygmies in deep Africa. Deep Africa is actually mentioned a couple times, but they don't have specific locations. So the specific places of Deep Africa during the ancient Egyptian time have been mentioned, but they haven't been mentioned by name, which makes it very hard or difficult for us to figure out exactly where it is. And we have to review this. I think that it's not that difficult to find, but you will see that one of the things that people always do when there's something impressive about a state is they assume there must be an Arabian counterpart. Even something like as simple as Ethiopia, when it's mentioned in ancient texts, there's some people who will say that Ethiopia is not Africa or something like that. So be careful of people who say things aren't somewhere and ask yourself what their motivations are.